Hello, in this quick video I'm going to give you a tutorial of how to use Edpuzzle. Edpuzzle is a way to either use already existing video or ones you've created to be more interactive lessons for your students. So first you obviously need to go to edpuzzle.com and then you can go ahead and log in. If you've already logged in before, or if you've already signed up, you can log in that way or you can sign up either way. I'm going to click on log in and you can see that you can be a teacher or a student because there's different ways to log in. And I'm just going to go ahead and use my Google account because that's nice and easy. You don't need to do a whole lot, especially if stuff is already saved. And it could give you a prompt if it's your first time to do other things, but or it could just come right in if you've done it before. So I'm going to go ahead and search for a new video. And so see that these are the different places that you can pull in videos from. You can't pull in videos from necessarily anywhere unless you've created them yourself. But these are the different places that you can see. A lot of stuff obviously already is on YouTube, so it's good if they use that. But then also Khan Academy, Learn Zillion, and lots of those places our teachers use a lot, and so there'll be lots of videos that you can find in there. I'm going to go ahead and choose something from Khan Academy, and I'm going to use a video on adding fractions. And so you can go through and you can preview the different videos if you want, so you can kind of see them here, and then once you find the one that you want after you've previewed them, you can go ahead and use it. This one's taking a little while to load, but I know the one that I want is this one down here, and so I'm going to go ahead and use this video. So once you have chosen a video, you can see that it shows up in here. You'll be able to play it and kind of go through the different things that are going on in it. And once you've got a good handle on the video, you can go ahead and start adding in the extra things. One of the things you might want to know is that this first part is a pair of scissors. That means that you can crop the video if you don't want to use the whole thing. If you want to use just a part in the middle, you can crop it to here and here. If you wanted to use, if you just want to get rid of the end part, you can crop it out that way. But this video I know, and so I'm just going to kind of use that whole video because it goes through, it's not very long to begin with, and it goes through what I want it to. So once we've got it ready to be cropped, or we've got the amount that we want, we can go ahead and move on to the next step. And you can see over here it says why crop a video, and it can show you how, and it can talk about different things. But I'm going to move on to the next step, which is talking about audio track. Now there's a couple options here. You can do a complete voiceover for this whole thing. So instead of listening to the presenter in Khan Academy, you can go ahead and put your own voice over the whole thing and teach it however you want. Maybe you just like the drawings and you don't like exactly how they explain it. You want to use different vocabulary. That's a good thing for a voiceover. The other thing you can do is just simply add some audio in different places, so it'll kind of stop and you can kind of listen to different things that are in there. So in this step here, this is where you would record audio for the whole thing. I don't want to record the audio for the whole thing, and generally I don't do a whole lot of that. I just like to add in things here. So if we move on to the next step, we can add in audio notes. And so this is where you can just sort of add in a little bit of things that you want students to either key in on or vocabulary you would like to add in. So you can kind of find different places in the video that you'd want to put in these quick audio notes. Oftentimes you might want to put in something at the beginning saying, here, giving the student instructions as to what they're going to be learning about, just a quick intro. So this particular video, I would want to give them an introduction to tell them what they're going to be learning about. And so I would click on the microphone here, and then it should start recording. So I would tell the students, in this video you're going to learn how to add fractions with common denominators. Follow all the video and make sure you answer all the questions. And so now you can see that there is a new note here, and hopefully I can create a new one down here later. So you can see that now we've got a new note that's right there, and so then later on you can create more as we go along. So as adding more things other than just instructions, we can figure out where we are in the video. And I know there's one spot here where he's talking about
going to have the same the denominators are already the same. They're not
mixed numbers. So he says mixed numbers. So I might hit pause, and then I would add in a new note. So then I would go ahead and say I want to add a new note about what a mixed number is. Remember that a mixed number is a whole number and a fraction together in the same number. And so now you can see that there is a new note there, and it's some basic information to remind the students of certain things. And so you can add in a bunch as you go along. The next step, once you've added in all your audio notes, is now the questions. And so once it's uploaded all the sounds, it will get to the point where we can start adding in questions. Once all your audio is uploaded and been saved, you can go ahead and add in questions now. And I know that right here in my video, the voice or Khan Academy talks about greatest common factor. So before he goes ahead and tells them how to reduce this fraction or put it in the simplest form, I might go ahead and add a question about this. And so my question here would be, there are different types of questions. I'm going to make it a multiple choice question. And my question is going to be, what is the greatest common factor of 15? And you can enter in your choices. So maybe you want to put 3, 10, 5, and 15. Make sure that you choose the one that is correct as being the correct one. And then you can hit done for that question. So then you've got this question going along with that part of the video. And before they move on, they've got to answer that question. So then you can keep going through and adding questions as you go along, as many as you want, into different parts of the video. And then once you've got all of your questions added in, you can go ahead and click on Done. And then you need to give it a title. So it usually starts out with giving you a title of basically the video that you've done, and maybe you want to keep that, maybe you don't. That one is fine. So you can now see that we have stuff in the My Content area. And now what we want to be able to do is be able to assign it to different classes. And currently I don't have any classes set up, so I'm going to go into My Classes, and I'm going to add a class. And the class name could be 5th grade math. And we want to choose a subject, math, and a grade, 5th. And we can go ahead and save class. And then what you can do is go in to your content and click on this, and then click assign and click 5th grade math. And then you're going to go ahead and save assignments. And then your students, depending on how you want to set it up, could either go into Edpuzzle and plug in this code, or if you wanted to be able to do something like embed it in your own website, you can do that as well. There's a different way to sort of set it up so they can go in, but then you would get sort of anonymous results from students that way. So that's the basics of Edpuzzle. As always, see me if you have any questions or if you have any other things that you would like to try and do with Edpuzzle.